the Tour de France. It's one of the biggest sporting events in the world. This year's race will cover 3,333 kilometers across 21 stages with over 54,000 meters of climbing. That's the equivalent of hiking Mount Everest 6 times, which absolutely blows my mind. But what about the bikes that these incredible cyclists are using? How much do they cost? And which team has the cheapest or most expensive bike? Well, in this video, I'm going to rank the bikes from all 23 UCI teams to find out. Before we dive right in, for this video I'm focusing on road bikes only, and where teams have got 2 different models to choose from, well, I'm going to price up the more aerodynamic version. Now, this year's tour also features time trials, and those bikes are super specialist, so I'm going to disregard those too. Right, onto the cheapest bike. So, the unofficial title of the cheapest Tour de France bike goes to Team Caja Royale at £6,599. The MMR Alien SL Team is what they're using, fitted with Shimano Dura Ace and Vision wheels, a brand that many people will be unfamiliar with. It's a Spanish brand that was founded in the 90s, and MMR stands for Machines Made for Racing. Now, the bike is a whopping £1,900 cheaper than the cheapest bike from last year's Tour de France. 22nd place, or second cheapest bike for this year, goes to the X-Lab AD9. This is the bike of XDS Astana, priced at £6,999. A bike which is actually impossible to buy complete in this spec with Dura Ace and Vision wheels. So I've done my best to price it all up, but the price is significantly cheaper than when this frame was first available. Next up is Picnic Post NL with a Lapierre Zelius DRS, priced at £7,099. Their team are using Shimano Dura Ace group sets, Ursus wheels and Michelin tyres. 20th place is Total Energies at £7,499. The Cube Lightning Aero C68X. They're using Shimano Dura Ace, Newman wheels and Continental tyres. We actually have a tie for 19th and 18th place between Alpecin Premier Tech and Movistar. Both teams, of course, using the Canyon Aeroad CFR, priced at £8,499. Alpecin are running Shimano Dura Ace, Pirelli tyres and Shimano wheels, whereas Movistar are using SRAM components, Zip wheels and Continental tyres. In 17th and 16th is another tie, this time at £9,999 for the Orbea Orca Aero from Lotto Intermarché and the Giant Propel Advanced SL0 from Team Jayco Alula. The Orca Aero is running Shimano Dura Ace, Occo wheels and Vittoria tyres, whereas the Propel is also running Shimano Dura Ace, but this time Cadex wheels. 15th place is a mighty £1 increase. The Decathlon Agi2R Le Mondial team bike, the Van Rysel RCR-F Pro at £10,000, running Shimano Dura Ace Di2, Swiss side Hadron wheels and Continental tyres. 14th place and an additional £500 gets you the Trek Madone SLR, the bike of Lidl Trek, £10,500, with SRAM Red, Bontrager Aeolus wheels and Pirelli tyres. 13th spot is Team Uno X Mobility, £11,337. The bike that they're riding is the Ridley Noah Fast with SRAM Red components and DT Swiss wheels. 12th goes to Groupama FDJ with a Villia Falante SLR, costing £11,450. Those bikes are using Shimano Dura Ace, Miike wheels and Continental tyres. Now, in at 11th place, we have the Specialized Tarmac SL8 of Sedal Quickstep, £11,499, using Shimano Dura Ace components, Rival wheels and Specialized tyres. Although, let's face it, there is a very good chance they'll be on a new bike for the Tour de France. But at the time of filming this, there were no prices or information available on that potential new bike. Right. Into the top 10 now, and I just want to point out that the prices I'm using in this list are as accurate as I could possibly make them, using a combination of manufacturer RRPs and then making some adjustments to account for specific team specs. There are, of course, a number of brands out there who sell exact team spec replicas, but for others, I've just tried to be as accurate as possible. Anyway, in 10th place at £12,200, we have the BMC Team Machine R01 of Tudor Pro Cycling, using SRAM Red, DT Swiss wheels and Schwalbe tyres. Ninth place goes to Team Cofidis, £12,370, with the Look 796 Blade RS. One of the coolest bikes out there, I would like to add that. Campagnolo Super Record components, Campagnolo Bora Ultra WTO wheels and Vittoria tyres. Another tie in at 8th and 7th place between EF Education Easy Post with the Cannondale Super 6 Evo Lab 71 and Bahrain Victorious with the Bianchi Ultra RC, both priced at £12,500. 6th place goes to Team Visma Lisa Bike, £12,700 for the Velo R5. They're using SRAM Red components, reserve wheels and Vittoria tyres. 5th place is NSN Cycling, £12,799 for the Scott Foil RC Ultimate. These bikes are using SRAM Red components, zip wheels and Continental tyres. 4th place goes to the Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe with a Specialized Tarmac SL8 at £13,499. But you might be thinking, hold up a second now, how come this bike is £2,000 more than the Sedal Quickstep bike? Well, I don't make the prices up, but Specialized lists this as a special Red Bull Bora Team Edition bike on their website, and clearly they feel it demands a big premium. However, the only real difference is being that the paint is slightly different and the bike's using SRAM rather than Shimano. Right, on to the top 3 now, so the podium places. If you could start the drum roll, please. 3rd and 2nd place is actually a tie between Netcompany Ineos and Q36.5 Pro Cycling. Not a huge surprise given that both teams are using the Pinarello Dogma Fs with a price tag of £14,517. Netcompany Ineos are running Shimano Dura Ace components, Scope Artec 4 wheels and Continental tyres, whereas the Q36.5 team, the team of Tom Pidcock, are using SRAM Red components, zip wheels and Vittoria tyres. Now I think the blue and gold colourway of Q36.5 gets my vote for the best out of the two, which leads us to 1st place, and for the 2nd year in a row, it's Team UAE Emirates XRG at £14,549. This bike being the Colnago Y1 RS, using Shimano Dura Ace components, NV 4.5 Pro wheels and Continental tyres. So there you go, the Tour de France bikes ranked cheapest to most expensive. Now some pretty eye-watering prices out there, but the cool thing for me is that we're starting to see some newer and cheaper brands making their way into the top echelon of the sport. For some people though, one of the greatest things about cycling is the ability to ride the same bikes as the pros. But don't forget, of course, you cannot forget the majority of the performance for just a fraction of the price. And here on GCNTech, we have made so many videos over the years covering what components of your bike offer the biggest bang for your buck when it comes to performance upgrades. So if you're not subscribed already, hit that button right now. Right, it's enough chat from me. See you later.